I-
So we will discuss more about data types, right?
Yes,
So that nothing is left. That's why I am taking another example. So we discuss about different data types. So now we will set the data type, how to set the data types and how to define the particular
yes,
variable and how to print just for introduction part. Suppose I want to initialize a string variable like city name. Okay, so here I am taking this one as a city name, or else we can take city name as in single quote as well. Correct? So both are valid in Python. Both are valid in Python. Either we can use double quote to initialize a string, or we can use the single quote to initialize the string.
yes,
Meanwhile, if we want to check the type of these variables, we can also check it out, and directly we can print these values. So that is very basic part what we have. So this will give you that this is of class type str, that means string, and the value is also printed for that string, right? Now, you know the integer, you know the float, all these types as well. Now, if I take x equals 1j, x equals 1j or 2j something. So, and y equals 2 plus 3j, correct?
yes,
Y equals 2 plus 3j. So, do you remember how to take the real part
yes,
using the real?
yes,
And we can also take y dot image to take the imaginary part.
yes,
Addition and subtraction we can perform. So if we do x plus y something, let us take x plus y, this one. Okay, so this one is giving you the result 2 plus
yes,
4j.
yes,
Okay, similarly, we can define a list. So how to
yes.
define a list? We will
So
be
we can say
exploring much things,
yes,
but here we are just talking about data type, that's why. So the list will be declared inside square braces. The list will be declared inside the square
scrap.
braces, and then we can give the data types, whatever data type we want inside the list. Suppose we have something string value, so I am using SQL. Here I am telling some cloud technologies. I am taking integer values. I am taking float values. I am also taking Boolean values. I am also taking complex values. All right. So the
Yes,
list, we should understand only how the list is declared. the only purpose.
yes,
So the list is declared in square braces. That's it, simple. Other operation, other things we will be discussing in the upcoming topics.
yes,
Here we are just exploring the data types, so everything should be clear. Now, another data type we have, like we have tuple. Let me declare a tuple inside the round braces. So in the tuple, I can provide values inside the round braces. www dot something barabanki.org, www dot test 100 dot in something. So we have tuple value, then we can use this tuple. The tuple will be declared inside the round braces. So here this one is a tuple. Now again we have a dictionary, or we can use the range. Next data type is range.
range,
Let me take rg1 variable, and here I can use the range. So here if I give the range 5, so normally if we print rg1, or if we print the rg1, so it will directly give the range 5. That's it. Correct?
yes,
It will give the range 0 to
5,
5. Correct? But if we convert this range into a list, if we convert this range in a list, so whatever values are inside this range, that will be giving 0 to 4. Correct?
yes,
So we have this range G 5. So it will start from 0 to n minus 1. That means the range will be from 0 to 4. So here we are normally printing the range. What is the range? It is creating. It is normally creating range 0 to 5. But if we convert the range in a list, then we can convert this range into a list. And by looping, by doing some iteration, by loop, we can fetch one by one value from this range data type. Correct?
yes,
So normally we have this range data type that is very useful. Again, we have another data type that is set. Or you can see first dictionary. So dictionary will work as a key value pair. Dictionary will work as a key value pair. That means we have
yes,
some keys, like we have keys, and for that key we will provide some value, right?
yes,
So this dictionary will be declared in the curly braces. This dictionary will be declared inside the curly braces, and whatever key we have, like we have employee ID, so I can declare employee ID as a key, and then what is the value of employee ID, correct? If it is a string, then we
yes,
can use the string notation, or else then we have another key like name. So this should be inside a single quote, because the will be always in the single quote or double quote. And let me take edge Rama. So same way we can declare an dictionary. So dictionary,
yes,
we should remember, always remember that dictionary will be declared inside a single curly braces followed by key and value pair. So this will have key and value pair. Value pair. How do you remember this? Like dictionary, you have English dictionary, right?
Yes.
So since childhood we studied what is the cat means this, apple means this or that, right? So we have word and meaning in the dictionary. In the same way, we have key and value in the dictionary. So let us define a dictionary DC1 and inside the case. So we have a dictionary key. So we can create any key like name, value will be Prakhar. Again we have age. So again this is a key we can declare and we can give 19 like this. We can declare the dictionary. How to fetch what operation can be done that we will be covering up in upcoming session. But as of now, you should remember how to declare these sequence data types. So we have this is a dictionary, correct? Again, we have a set. We have a set data type. So let me declare a set. So in mathematics, you define set inside the
Mhm.
curly braces.
Yes.
Same way we will be declaring set. So let us take set as 10, 20, or any value we want. Like we have stats some, and just print it st1. Simple, right? So this one is a set. But if I repeat 10 again, if I repeat 10 again and execute this, so see
Yes.
what is happening. It is unordered because every time the order will be changing. In start there is 10, 20 and stats, but the order is changing. So it is bearing two properties. One thing, no repetition of values will be there and the order will be changing every time, right? So this one also bears this property in the set. Again, we have a frozen set. So I will discuss the use case of it also. But here we are declaring a variable. So let me declare fst frozen set equals, and then I will use a method frozen set, and this is asking me to give a set. So I will give a set. Either I can give st1, okay, this one is also a set, or else I can directly create a set over here. So here if I give set like this, that is also okay. And if I print this one fst frozen set, so this way we can declare the frozen set, or else we can create another frozen set, and here we can give the set. So we have already declared a set over here, that is
Yes.
st1. So directly we can use, correct? So if I print fst1, so that is also okay. So that will be fetching the value of fst1, correct?
Mm.
Any
So,
doubt?
but what will be the difference between these two?
Set and frozen set, right?
Yes.
That is only conceptual part. Like sometimes we have data types that we need to perform certain mathematical operation, right? Then what we use frozen set, like immutable version of set, because set is mutable, so we
Yes.
want to use the immutable version of set. So when frozen set is created, so its content cannot be changed. First important thing. Other, it can do the operation add, remove, or update. These operations are not available. But in the set, these operations are available sometimes. Hashable, so hashing we can do, unique element we can provide. So these are the important things, but we will be exploring much more in the detail.
Yes.
Yeah. Another we have another important thing we have, that is Boolean. So let me create a value variable BL1, and we can give the true or false, whatever we want. So for Boolean, we can use only true and false and no other value. Correct? We can
Yes.
give true and false only. Next, we have binary data type. So binary data type, whenever we want to declare a binary value, that will be followed by small b, and then we will have value. Like we have www.xyz.com something. So if we print, then it will be giving the result in actual binary format. So
Yes.
here this one is representing it in a binary format. But little later we will be using byte array. So this binary value we can also change. So let us take a variable bt1, and here we will use byte array. Inside that byte array we can pass any value, like numeric value we have. So if we print the byte array, so that is bt1, now this will give the byte format. See, and this is hexadecimal. This is hexadecimal
Yes.
value, byte array. And again we have a memory view data type. So let me take a variable, and for this we use method memory view, and for memory view we need to pass the byte format of something to byte, and then so like this we can use mv1. So that is okay. This is the memory view. What is the memory address of this? How it is represented in the memory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we have understood some basics about these data types. Again, we have something important, that is how to set the data type. Like we have some value and we want to make in string format, correct? So suppose I want to convert something in a string format, then I will convert this into string value, correct? So if I print
Yes.
the type of x1, it has become string type. It will give you the class str. So by using str method, and that will be converted into string format. Similarly, we have int. So if suppose we have x2, and we have int, and this one is in string format, but I want to convert in int, and then later I want to perform some operation 1 plus x2. So that will be converted into integer and then the operation will be performed. So here what is happening? See,
So
I,
1 plus x1 is there.
right? So I need to give this one.
Yes.
Now there will be no issue because it is able to convert into integer, then we are doing any mathematical operation. Similarly, we have float method. So float method we can use like we have x3 and we have some value like float we want. So I just give one number and then try to print x3. So this will give us the float value of x3. So this one is taking the decimal part also. So this one is giving me the float value. Now, similarly, we have a complex method. We have a complex
That's
method.
it.
So I can
Yes.
use the complex as well, like int, float, str. We can also give the complex. So if I print type of x4, it has become the complex value. Simple. This way. So now it is behaving like a
Um,
complex value. Now let us take we have a tuple and I want to convert tuple into list. Convert tuple into list. Okay. So the tuple can be converted into list using list method. So if I
yes.
take a variable and I have list method and I give a tuple. So the tuple will be like this. We have 10, 20 and something hello. And if we just try to check what is the data type of x5 right now, so now it will become a list,
Yes.
correct? So the important thing to remember that tuple can be converted into list using the list method,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So now this has become a list. Similarly, if we have any value in dictionary format, I want to make something in dictionary format. So in dictionary
Yes.
format, you remember what we have keys and values. In dictionary format, we have only keys and values. So I will use the dictionary method. I will use the dictionary method and then provide the key and value method. So
Yes.
dict. So first it is asking to give the key value. So I am just giving the key as name and value as Prakhar. So now it will be converted into a dictionary. So if we just print, you can see it has converted into dictionary. What is happening? One more argument.
Yes.
So the problem is that we are not giving the value, right? We are just giving the
Yes.
keys.
Argument.
So
Yes.
yes, so I must provide this a value. Okay.
Yes.
And if we are talking about dictionary, like key and value, like this, correct? Now
Yes.
it's okay. Now, yes, okay, fine. Key equals value. So it will be converted into dictionary automatically. So sometimes we might be getting some data, some random data, and we need to convert into dictionary for some operation. So similarly, we can use the dictionary method. Suppose we have a tuple and we want to convert into a set, convert tuple into set. So we can use set method. Inside the set, we can provide the tuple value. Like we have
yes,
a tuple. So if I give something 20 hello or some value now. If we print, you can see it will be converted into
yes,
set. Let me take
yes,
some meaningful variable name so it will be more interactive. Okay,
yes,
this one. So inside we have provided a tuple, but we are targeting it to convert into a set.
yes,
So this, so we must remember a tuple can be converted into list using list method. A tuple can be converted into set using set method. Fine.
yes,
Similarly, we can convert into a frozen set. So we have frozen set method also. We can frozen set, we can use the frozen set, this one. And inside the frozen set, we can provide any tuple. So the tuple can be converted into a frozen set also this
yes,
way. And if we just print frst this way, so again this is converted into frozen set. So it is giving the frozen set because this tuple is converted. Now again we need to remember a tuple can be converted into list, a tuple can be converted into set, and a tuple can be converted into frozen set
yes,
using list, set, and frozen set method. Similarly, if I have a value, like I have a variable and I just need to convert into a bool. So we have bool method as well. And inside bool, normally we use true and false, but
yes,
yes, we are providing some value to it. So if we print, so it will give you the Boolean result. Correct?
So what does it sir, literally means? Like, sir, if we want to say true, sir, so can we say five in place of true?
Yes, but if we are using this one, correct?
Yes,
Let us take -5. Okay, let us take
I
-5.
understand.
So again, it is checking that -5 is something or not. So
Yes,
-5 is also value. So that's why it will be giving me some value. So this is a twist. Normally people understand bool mean true and false, but if we
yes,
pass any number or something, yes, uh, now try for any string, correct? Now try for
yes,
any string.
understand.
See, so it is considering this one as string. P is a
Yes,
string, that is true. And if we pass something like false directly inside the bool, I am giving the boolean value, correct?
yes,
So
yes, it false.
it will give you false,
Yes,
correct? Okay. So similarly, we have bytes method. So I can convert bytes. We can use the bytes, and inside this I can give the value, and now this is converted into bytes. So whenever we have to do any operation with some byte values, and normally we have some value in other format, then we can convert it into bytes format. So this has converted into bytes. Or else we can also use the byte array. So byte array, and inside the byte array we will pass any byte value, and let us check it out, this one. So it is again giving me the byte array for this one. So this is the byte array. So this is the byte value, and now it has become an array. So the positioning we can also understand. Similarly, we have memory view as well. So method mv1, let me take, and we have a method memory view. And inside memory view, we are normally pass the bytes. So if we take this one example, mv1, that is also okay. So let us recap these things, then go ahead
Yes.
with other things what we discussed. We just talked about how to fetch real and imaginary part from the complex number, then how to declare a list. So list can be declared inside which braces?
Yeah.
Square
Square.
bracket. And tuple is declared inside round braces. And we have a range. So range
Yes.
starts norm from 0 to n minus 1, whatever range we are providing. And a range can be converted into a list using the list method.
Yes.
We
Yes.
declare a dictionary. The dictionary always holds key and values pair. So key
Yes.
and value pair will be there in dictionary. And why it is very important? Because whenever you are fetching any API, like you are working with any ML model, right? So
Yes.
in ML model, we might be getting data in JSON format. So normally in JSON, you will get data like this. Suppose I have employee. So I have something like this. So this will be giving you the JSON data from API, correct? And we have a variable and we have some value like this. Similarly, that value I will be getting. So this one will be the JSON value. But if we need to fetch this from the API, correct? From the
Yes.
API.
Okay.
So how do we store this in our container? We are getting some value from any source, but we want to
Yes.
do some operation or processing, then we might be required to convert this into a dictionary.
Machine language.
Yes,
Yes.
in a dictionary. So this will work as a key and this will work as a value.
Yes.
Let me show you something. Here you can say, let us take, there is a website, you can say recres.in, right? For example, I'm just telling you how the API works, just to tell you, recres.in. So this is a website where we normally, or else you can, See, so our endpoint is something like this. Okay, our endpoint
Yes.
is something like this. Endpoint means because API is nothing but, let me tell you something about API in very brief, then I will tell you. Correct? Suppose you
Yes.
are working on any project, okay, and in this project there is a part where you need to show the current score of the cricket. So the current score
Understand.
of the cricket. Okay, that means
Yes.
you want to show no, balls, how many balls are remaining. Okay,
Yes.
10 balls and needed runs. Correct? Needed
Yes.
runs, that is 15 runs. So this score might be changing on this dashboard. Correct? You are doing some visualization based on this. So you are getting some data. So if you have some fixed data, what type? So suppose you are working on some project and you have some values like balls and runs. And on the basis of this, you are doing the visualization. Correct? You are just
Yes.
doing the visualization that this graph shows number of balls and this one is showing the runs. So similarly, you might be showing something. But what will happen if one over is over in another one, this score might be changing, correct? So in the real time,
Yes.
you this graph is perfect if you have any static data. If you have any
Yes.
static data,
Static
that
one.
means you have taken input from the keyboard or else you have fetched it from the database. So normally you are just taking it as a source data and you are just doing the visualization. You are creating any plot or something, correct? But
Yes.
there is another scenario when we have this data is changing in real time. This data is changing in real time.
Yeah.
The cricket is going on, the game is going on, cricketers are playing, and on every ball, this score, there is possibility this score might be changing. So
Yes.
you are using something from external world. You are using something from external world. So
So,
you are calling an API, that is application programming interface. Correct? So this
yes.
API might be hosted on any server. This API might be hosted on any server. Clear? This might
Yes.
this API might be hosted on any server like Azure Cloud. Correct? And this is a type of web application. Not web application because web application is different, but we are maintaining our API over here. Correct? And this API is getting data from where? From the playground. This is the playground.
Yes.
And is in this playground there are some sensor or something installed. Correct? In this playground there are sensor or something is installed and this is getting data from here and this cloud is taking data from here again and again on every over whenever there is any wicket or six or fours. So this is updating data in real time. Correct? Now
Yes.
same data you are taking from here, but we are a small developer, correct? We are a small developer. We don't have such sensor or everything, and we are not permitted to take or install our devices in the cricket playground, right? So we know this API is available to us. It can be paid one or free one, depending on business. but we have taken the subscription for this API. We need to purchase this API, correct? So
yes,
once we purchase, we will be getting login ID and password for authentication and authorization credentials. And then I will be calling my API. So I will be calling my API like this. So suppose this API is hosted on Azure cloud. So this might be looking like HTTPS colon, and then we have domain name, like we have any web application. In the same way we have API, right?
yes,
API, and there will be any IP address or something. API and get score, this will be, and this API we might be calling into our Python code, correct? This
yes,
API we will be calling in our Python code. So let suppose we have a variable something like x, and in this x variable we are providing URI, and inside the URI we are giving this address, whatever is written here, correct? So
yes,
once the request is processed, once the request is processed from your machine, so this will execute and this will make connection with this one and will fetch the data. So here from here you will be giving the request. You will be giving the request.
request.
You are making any request, give me the data of current score. And in return, you will be getting the response. You will be getting the response. So similarly, whenever we are fetching, so this what we are doing, we are getting the data, correct? We need
Yes,
to show, so we have get, and we are telling from this IP address. This is the domain, but there can be IP address like 192.38.4.3. Something can also be there, correct? And then it is a API, and in place of users, there might be score data, correct? And
yes,
in the OR number 2, clear? In the OR number 2. So if I
yes,
make the request, what will happen? So this will give us the result in some way. Let me show you on another request, and because I need to show you how the API, yeah, this one. So in this way, we will be using this one in the Python code, correct? We will be
yes,
using in the Python code, but this is not a Python code, but definitely we will be getting data in this form. So this one is the key, this one is the
yes,
key,
yes,
and this one is value, key and value. But this is the JSON response, correct? This is the JSON
yes,
response, but that JSON response we can hold in a dictionary, because this in the dictionary there is a key and value. Got it? So
yes,
whatever you will be doing, like you have anything that you are working. Let me show you something. Like you are working on. Let me open this Git so you can see. So in the Git, you will have everything. You will be getting result in API. Otherwise, I will have these methods are there also, correct? Data types
yes,
are there also, but their methods
methods.
are also there to handle the data. So that is important
Yes,
thing. Okay. So you have already worked with numbers and all that things, correct?
yes,
So, okay. So let me take some other advanced part. So I will take a random one dot py. So here I am telling you about the random function, how we can use. So sometimes if you are asked to create some random values, so how do you create the random value, right?
Yes.
So we have random library already. So I will use random, import random,
Random.
right? And then I will just print random dot from this library. I am calling one function, correct?
Yes.
Random is a library, and inside this library there are many functions. Suppose what is the meaning of library in simple terms? In school
Right.
days, in school days you might have geometry box, correct?
Yes.
In school days you might have a geometry box, correct? Geometry box. So in geometry box, what things do we have? Like we have some circle, we had compass, okay? We had
Yes.
compass and we had protector, something. We had protector, okay? And
Yes.
other things. So geometry box is what? Geometry box is a library. Geometry box is a
Yes.
library.
Library.
So this is a library that some person might have created. Similarly, I will tell you how you can create your own library. So this is the
Yes.
library that somebody has created. And inside this library, there is a circle. So circle is a
Yes.
function. You can consider circle is a function that
Function.
does some work. Or else there is a compass. So there is a compass in method in this library. There is a protector. Are you getting it? Now,
Yes. So like.
I want to access this protector from my library. So how I will access? I will
Right.
create some instance. I will create some instance. Instance means object,
Yes.
correct? So I have a geometry box.
Yes.
So I will tell that geometry box dot.
Yes.
And what I want to call? I want to call circle. Clear? So in this way, I can call the circle
Yes.
method. Similarly, I can call, if I want to call protector, how I will do it? Geometry box dot
So like geometry box. Protector.
protector. Got it?
Yes.
If we have any fixed value, if we have any fixed value like jj equal to 22 upon 7, and I want to
Yes.
use, so how I will use it? Geometry box dot jj. Clear? Geometry
Yes.
box dot jj, and I will assign this value in any variable. Correct? Value. Got it? So inside any library,
Yes.
there might be some function. So we can call it in our program. There might be some constant value. Correct? So suppose this is a constant value.
Yes.
So here we are calling. In the same way, we have a library random. So inside random in Python, there are many functions. See,
Yes.
wherever you see the cube, you are getting the function. Clear? And
Yes.
each function is used for different purpose. So when you are working, you will be using these functions, and everyone is not using every function, correct? It depends
Yes.
on what is the use case and what things I want to do. So I will use randomize, or
Yes.
I can use rand range, this function. also. So I
yes,
have random dot rand range, correct? So it is
yes,
telling the range. So if this is a function, so it will be opening and in the opening and closing bracket. And now it is telling me to give me the start value. It is telling me to the see the
start,
syntax start
yes,
value and stop value.
and
And
steps,
suppose I want to create value between 1 and 10. So the start value will be 1
one,
and the stop value will be 10. Correct?
yes,
So I am giving start value. I want to create random value between 1 to 10
ten,
and
yes,
how many steps I want to do. This is optional. This is not
yes,
necessary. So I will tell you the third argument as well, but I am using this as of now. So if I execute this, if I execute
yes,
this, so every time I run the program, I will get a random value between 1 to 10. Let,
yes,
let me see if it is coming. See, this time it is giving me 9.
nine,
Now
yes,
let me run it again. Now let me run it again. So this will give me this time what I am getting 7.
ten, yes,
So using random library, import random, and inside this library there is a function rand range. Rand
yes,
range, and
range,
this tells to give me the start value, stop value, and step. Step means the random number will be creating 1 to 9 by
yes,
one increment. Correct?
yes,
By one increment. So if I give it 2, comma 2, I'm using the third one, this,
yes,
right? So if I run it again, what I'm getting? 7.
yes,
Let me run it again. 5. Clear? So
yes.
every time I am getting random value using
Mm,
the
yes,
random.
sir. Sir, does this mean like, sir, if we are doing this, so we are getting only 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So random things are required when you need to create some ID or any password, something, correct?
Yes,
So suppose you want to create a password using A to Z and 1 to 9, 0 to 9 by mixing everything, correct? So
yes,
you will be using it also for this purpose, for the random things.
yes.
That is very important to understand. Any doubt up to this point?
Yes.
So what did you learn today?
So like, yes, so we can change the data type of any of the uh, variable into a variable, sorry, into a data type in which we want. But
Hmm,
there are some limitation also, like, so we cannot change uh, the true false thing into any list or
hmm. So we can use function for casting, like we have studied about int function, correct? We can use float. So this will be working, and we have str. Any doubt in these three function
close.
for casting purpose, correct? Hello can be converted into integer or not?
No, so.
It cannot be converted. But 3.0 can be converted into string?
into sir. Yes, sir. Like so, we can just put the codes.
Yes, perfect. So the casting is very important. Now we have very important topic. Do you want any break for 2 or 3 minutes?
Okay, sir. No problem.
Yeah, just take 5 minute break. It's
Yes.
9:21. At 9:26 we will continue. Okay.
Okay.